Hello, my name is Kevin Ott, and I'm doing my Forum 1 on the importance of Puritanism in the American founding for Liberty University's American Christian Heritage 530. Historians must be objective and honest in their investigations and must be dedicated to the reasoned and investigated reconstruction of primary sources. In this instance, the Puritans were a persecuted group from England, settling in the New England region in 1630, and quickly established an organization that emphasized the authority of the Bible and that mandated a cooperation that was important to promote the total reformation of society. One of the most important takeaways from the Puritans were their belief that God always works through covenants with his people. This is essential for the group, as you see in the influences of many different covenants in the 1600s that Dr. Schultz referenced in the lecture on comprehensive Puritan faith. Puritanism was vital to the American development as it introduced forms of democracy and provided the governing body with shades of influence by the faith. The outspoken personalities of John Winthrop certainly furthered the Puritan cause and allowed for the firm leadership and perseverance during difficult times early in their settlement. In early New England, the Puritans introduced strict standards for church membership. With these strict standards, members were required to share their experience of God's saving grace. Without this, they could not become members in any way whatsoever and could not have voting rights in the colony. With this influence, the colony had members that promoted the scripture in their laws and allowed for a separation of church and state, preventing a theocracy while still maintaining influence over the daily lives of their citizens. The Puritans were able to flourish in an age where the French and Spanish were unable. They established self-sufficient habits, they were not indulgent, and they demonstrated modest appearances in their churches and with their lack of musical expressions. They also created Harvard College to help educate and further preachers of the faith, and they also established the New England Primer, which was also an essential tool that would be a primary source for many of the young educators throughout the 18th century and beyond. What is at the heart of this Puritan settlement is the sense of community. Everyone was expected to conform to a strict set of rules, and they were believed that it would then produce their salvation. But while it was strict, the required church attendance created a sense of community and togetherness that would bind them together to persevere whenever their settlements would suffer. The establishment of covenants between the Puritans that established the necessity for a functioning community before God created the foundation for the future development of this young nation. The influences for education, social society that conformed to the religious doctrine, the sense of community, the contributions to government, and the church are all things that are seen in society today. And while the strict and rigid expectations of the church may have presented the community with difficulties, such as future membership in the church, the overall influence cannot be denied on the development of the American ideal. Thank you.